Ayo, scram it, kid. I've got a hot date with my new box of cereal. And I want to see what toys inside. You can have a look first, though. Haha. Is it a nice toy? Well, this toy sucks! Hello, Cereal Flakes, and welcome to my cereal bowl where the milk was added first. Serious relationships are by all means complicated. Having seen Our Conception of Love is Messed Up by Oli Sinvia really drove that point across. It taught you that love isn't something passive that you should just wait for it to happen. It's something you have to actively work for. You have to work on communication skills, be true to your partner, and thus create a long-term serious relationship. And to contribute to this message, I was thinking, why don't we visit a wholesome community together where they train and praise each other for cheating on your spouse? Well, I guess this is the alumni page for Andrew Tate's Hustleversity. Cake eaters are the best humanity has to offer. While we, humans, we just descended from the boring old primate, cake eaters, they actually descended from the deep-fried E shitpost, as you can see here. Now this E stands for exemplary, honorable, loyal, and just overall great human being. R/Cake Eaters is, in their own words, a warm, welcoming and accepting place for cake eaters. There is no judgment. Potentially, you can meet a cake eater here. Can you be considered a normal cake eater if your cake is your cousin or wife's sister? Well, I don't know how people will judge you here if I tell them that my cakes are related to me. I couldn't help it because in both the cases they forced themselves on me and I also loved it. In fact, I prefer it this way. Obviously, even people that praise themselves and others for cheating on their spouse are still rational enough to advise against incest. There's nothing wrong with you. People have very different needs and drives. Enjoy your life. Oh, thanks. Well, luckily I found one person with at least a slightly more rational view, because typically incestuous relationships are super abusive. Who gave you this idea? In contrast, my relationships are super loving with my cousin. In fact, she is my soulmate. What the fuck? Now, I might be coming off as quite a bully, putting these poor people in the spotlight and disagreeing with their lifestyle. But believe me, actually I am all for individualism. Do whatever you want. If it's from the furry kind or the openly communicated polygamy kind, if it's from the Japanese drawing style combined with tentacles, I don't care. At least those don't involve hurting others or exercise borderline criminal activity or even shame humanity as a whole. Well, okay, some might argue the latter. Now the following poster had a sweet smack of karma, and not the Reddit kind. Update. Never saw this coming. My marriage seems to be over. Confronted wife this past weekend, sat her down without warning and told her I knew she was having an affair and with whom. Asked her if she loved him and what her plan was. She was caught off guard. Went to the bathroom for 10 minutes. When she came out, she looked me straight in the eyes and said, "Well, I know about your affair too. I've known for some time now. I love him and want a divorce." Ouch. Next days were a blurry. I tried to talk to her, but she shuts me down. She has moved into the spare bedroom and is making appointments with law firms, has told our 2 girls. I have signed up for emergency therapy. Am on meds for dealing with anxiety and lack of sleep. This is surreal. Heard her talk to him last night and cut the internet cord. Kind of crazy cause I need flipping internet for work and she just switched to her phone. Oh man, so many emotions are running through me. I just love his, oh man, crickety. I completely forgot he could just call people with phones. Now he's sitting there with his router cut, having to wait for his internet service provider to come and repair it between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Here you might say that both are equally at fault because they're having an affair on one another, but I actually found a comment which showed that OP was having an affair for 6 entire years. And investigating OP's profile actually shows a post from a few months ago where it actually asks how to explain a 6-year affair to his family. Well, I guess he wasn't able to. While this guy is definitely evil enough to be part of the Sinister Six, I don't believe his wife, or well, ex-wife, is. She was having an affair for 6 months, and while she should have just told him that she knew about his affair, I can imagine that she just started one on her own because she didn't want to fall back on nothing after divorcing him. Now, after the divorce, she can fall back on the person that she made a new relationships with. And that is completely understandable in my opinion. Now, I have to admit, I have been demonizing these people quite a bit. Luckily, a selfless, charitable cake eater made an appreciation post about their significant other while still cheating on her. Significant other appreciation thread. I thought it would be fun for people to describe the things they appreciate about their significant other. I'll start. Physical. Of course it starts with physical. I can't imagine we're gonna go very in depth here. It's probably gonna be very shallow. My wife is very fit and works out all the time with weights. So naturally she has an incredible thick physique and I can barely keep my hands off of her. I mean, except for when you put your hands on another woman. Non-physical. You already know it's gonna be so shallow when he says non-physical instead of like characteristics or personality. She's very feminine and I absolutely adore that about her. Really a true example of a woman in every sense of the term. She's also an incredible mother to our children and that just makes me even more attracted to her. Example of a woman in every sense of the term? What does that even mean? That sounds so derogatory. Jesus Christ, man. Luckily someone commented with, now go cheat on this amazing woman as a sign of respect. I guess this is also our sign to leave the subreddit before my bowl of cereal becomes too soggy. Well, this story turned out to be quite amusing after all. I do hope that all the partners of these disgusting demons have found someone better to share their lives with. And I want to stress that I really don't judge people for dating several people at the same time, as long as every single person knows about it and consents to it. Now if you enjoyed this video and you want to keep my bowl of cereal from becoming too soggy, please show your support by liking it and maybe subscribing to my YouTube channel. You can also keep my milk from spoiling by going to twitch.tv/gypsycereal and following my channel.